Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader at TechTrader.com. It's Tuesday, the 8th of August. These are the charts of the day. We had a nice comeback on Wall Street, although the indices were down. What bothered me about the comeback was that it just looked like a slow, orderly, corrective comeback. But although it was a big one. So let's just see what tomorrow brings, but it wasn't quite the turnaround Tuesday I wanted to see today. There are a lot of stocks that are looking good, and folks, I argue that this market wants to go higher. There's too many stocks breaking out all at once. So let's take a look at this. These stocks. ARRY, big reversal today. You can see an 8 or 9 month consolidation, should I say support line. Got down this morning to a new pullback low of 17 and went all the way up to nearly 21, finished 20.85. A huge reversal and closing above the 50, very bullish. Targets now 23 and 24.5. Asure Software, which was one of our big winners up in here and on our watch list for months, having moved from like under 5 to nearly 18. Then pulled back in a nice orderly 1, 2, 3, 4. It was like a truncated fifth wave, but it broke out a month ago and then consolidated, 3-wave corrective. It looks like a flag. Holding the 50-day moving average and then exploding today. Breakaway pop up 447, 11%, 500,000 shares. Not a lot, but it's a thin stock. I wouldn't be surprised to see the stock make a run at 17.5 and 19.5. BKD popped, a nice move above resistance and closed there. I like that V bottom right into the extension, explosive move to near resistance at the gap, and then a pull back in multiple month consolidation. Now I'm looking for a test of 5.5 and 7.5. BRSH, big move late in the day. Take a look at this. Exploded, literally went from 130 when it was trading at 311 to about just before the close at 840. 311 to 840. It's a 150% gain, finishing up 68% after pulling way back. But it might be the beginning of a bigger move. As you can see, this explosive move here, 11 million shares is far exceeds anything we've ever seen in that stock. Could be the beginning of more upside. We're looking for 9.5 to 12 if that does get a follow through. CAPR also coming out of big 8 or 9 month consolidation base pattern, broke through with abandon today. 465 to 584, finished 573 up 102, 21.7%. Now this is a thin stock, volume is 1/3 of a million, but you can see it's a clean breakaway price wise. Target would be 665 and 8.5. CECO breakout as well with a spike up from 1224 to 15, finished 1485 up 311. It's 26.5%, 824,000 shares. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it was the biggest volume on an update in a long time. This is a breakout. At this point, if you're looking for a retest, we're around 17. Dish Network may be coming out of a base after a long decline. And so does stock go from the 50s to the $6 range. Well, today it popped. That's the highest close we've seen on this one since April. And now I'm looking for an extension that takes it to just under 10, 9 3/4, let's call it. Secondary target is 11 3/4, 12. DSP also popped with a breakaway gap out of a base. We need to keep an eye on this one. It has potential upside energy, 1.9 million shares. First target, 6.5, and then 8. Glad, been following this stock for a few years. They supposedly were doing some kind of deal with Tesla months ago. That's why I started following it. You can see this long decline after spiking in early 22, all the way into the low 20s. It came way down. And this stock just in May it hit a V bottom at around 4.5. It's been stair-stepping its way up in a 1, 2, 3, 4. Wave 5 began today, but there is resistance here from the August high of last year when it was trading at 7.25, 730. We get through that, double top up around 9 is beckoning. I think that's your target. HEAR, long decline, triple bottom base and breakout. Back here we put a swing on. I thought it was the ideal scenario. It did pop, but then it pulled back and it's been consolidating for another 4 months. Today, a huge engulfing reversal bar, taking it from 1052 to 1244, finishing 1240, just pennies off the high, up nearly a buck, 8.5%. It was the highest close on this stock since it spiked in May, and I would look for a retest of that high around 13, 13 and a quarter. Beyond that, 14 3/4, 15. Lilly with a spectacular drug approval today, an explosive move. Literally went from a low of 453 to 538. That's nearly 100 points, folks. Closing 525, up a mere 71 points. Fantastic move. Now looking for close to 590-600. Mnkd broke the resistance today and tested the February highs, which also happened to be the highest level reached in a couple of years. There was highs back in here as well in the same level. We get through here, it's likely we test 6 1/4 and then maybe 7 1/2. NVO, another explosive pop, 27-point gain, 17%, coming out of a 4 or 5 month consolidation. The extension targets 2, 10, 15 range. PAY coming through a double top here with a breakaway move and through the top of the channel. It did pull back after reaching as high as 1505 to finish 1365, but that was still up nearly 3 points at 27%. I'll take it. More upside targets. At this point, looking for a test of 18. SABR also popping out of a base. You see a theme here, folks? We just went from today 443 to 540, finishing 534, nice pop. I'd now look for a run at that gap there at 626. SOUN, long decline. Breakaway move today, perhaps. If we can get this one up above 2 1/2, I think you're running to 3 1/4 and 4 1/4. TDS. Now, 2 days ago, we featured it as a breakaway pop. Tried to day trade it as well. Yesterday came down, but it was kind of an inside day. Today, we resumed the advance. 1306 to 1738, finishing 17 of 380. Huge move. Now, there is some resistance here from back in August, September, October of last year. If you get through that, you may very well see the stock go into the 2021 zone. TLRY. Something's up here, but it had a huge move today. 237 to 315, 92 cents at 41%. It traded 129.8 million shares. Looking for follow through to 3 1/2. Tost wasn't Toast today. It popped 1981 to 2421, 4 3/4 points, finishing 2278 up 241. A nice pop, a really good close. Looking for more upside. Let's see if we can test 27. Next target. And finally, USM, which exploded the other day and then pulled back, very similar to TDS. I think they're actually working together. Anyway, same chart. I think telephone data system and USM is merging, and that's what this is. But today, 738 gain of 23% and 2.8 million shares, and it looks to me like, well, I don't know how high they can take this. There's some resistance just ahead. Be careful though. But it certainly looks like it's got great potential. This is HP signing off. Have a great evening, everybody. I'll be in the room tomorrow. Nice seeing some of you in Vegas, and have a great evening. Bye, everybody.